For our next story, let's take a step back from wars and pandemic. Let's focus on something more simple, human decency, the sense of what is right and what is wrong. Normally, it's a clear distinction, but sometimes people need a reminder. This story is from the Indian city of Haridwar. Last week, it hosted a conference of religious leaders. A short video has emerged from that meeting. I'm sure some of you have seen it on social media. We will not be playing it out tonight because it's vile, it's hateful, it is outrageous. It has no place in a civilized society, certainly not on our broadcast. There were a lot of threats made in that video, a lot of chest thumping. I will not go into the specifics, but I will tell you the gist. This video was basically a call to unleash genocide on Muslims to ethnically cleanse India's Muslim population. Now, normally, we wouldn't even cover a story like this. It's not geopolitics. It's not diplomacy. But this case is different. It speaks about what we may be becoming as a society. Have we normalized hate speech? Have political leaders given up on their responsibilities? And here's why I ask, because I'm not hearing condemnations. Political parties are distancing themselves from this video, all of them. They do not want to comment on it. They want to pretend like it's some random, isolated incident. It is. But for it to not become a pattern, it's important to speak up. Hate speech is wrong, plain and simple. It doesn't matter who's doing it or where you're doing it. Hate speech cannot be justified. Earlier this week, we had another incident in Amritsar. A man was lynched at the Golden Temple after he committed sacrilege. Two parts to this incident. First, the sacrilege, second, the lynching. And let me make it clear, both are wrong. But the reaction was radically different. Every political party condemned the sacrilege. The lynching, not even one. Not a single party condemned the lynching. Is this what our society has come to? There are laws to deal with hateful elements. There are courts to punish them. Citizens cannot take the law into their own hands. If they do, politicians cannot endorse them, should not endorse them. And for the record, in cases like these, silence is guilt. We told you about two incidents tonight, two different states, two different crimes. Do you know what's common? Both states are going to polls next year. No political party wants to offend any community, so they turn a blind eye to blatant hate. And this is a slippery slope. I agree these are fringe elements. They don't represent the real India. But if political leaders continue to be silent, these fringes will crawl into the mainstream, which is why they must react. Calling for genocide is not okay. Demanding ethnic cleansing is not okay. Lynching is not okay. These so-called religious leaders may not be politicians. They may not belong to any political party, but that does not justify their silence. Our politicians can comment on controversies in cricket. They can talk about Hollywood and foreign affairs. Surely they can spare a moment here. Just a simple condemnation. Is that too much to ask? Just to send the message across that hate speech is not okay, that it will not be tolerated in India. Societies, are not judged by their faults or their mistakes. They are judged by their reaction to mistakes. If Indian leaders across the political spectrum can condemn this, if they can bring these hate mongers to justice, then decency would have triumphed over hate. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.